righty, and welcome to another episode of the Primer Podcast. My name's William.
This is Davis.
And we're out in Garden Grove.
That's right, Garden Grove.
Blacktop Magazine, and we're here with
Tony.
And
Billy.
Yeah.
So tell us about Blacktop Magazine.
Well, it's been a passion for a long time. Billy and I, back in the early 90s, we were looking for a place online to find a list of shows to go to. So we like going to car shows and bike shows, events and stuff. And so this is about 95, 96. And we didn't see any websites that had a listing at the time for car shows. So I thought, I'll make one. And so I started carshows.com. And about a year or so later, then I turned to want to do bikes too. So then we did bikeshows.com. And then a little bit after that, I kind of combined them both to Blacktop Magazine. So that's how it got started.
And that is Panzer in the background.
Yeah.
So did you get flyers? How'd you get the information for events that were going on around Southern California?
That's interesting because I would go to shows. You pick up flyers for other events. I'd start listing them and putting them on. It was all hard coded. It took a lot of time to put together. And the first week I launched the site, there was some big show in Wisconsin announced the site. All of a sudden I got all these people emailing me events all across the United States. I was like, wow, how'd that happen? That week that I first put it on. And so we were getting quite a bit of listings, and I thought, this is a big, because then I'm getting all this work, and I'm trying to do this while I'm doing my regular work and all. But then I just thought, I'm going to start making it more like a magazine as far as adding photos, instead of just having a listing of shows, adding photos, articles, reviews about events, mostly all about events at that time.
So what kind of projects you got going on? I'm sitting here with this pretty cool Victoria behind me. So
it's a Fairlane.
Fairlane.
Yeah.
Crown Vic though, right?
No. The Crown Vic has a different top on it. But we got all kinds of projects. Like right now, listen, we just did a steering wheel put a new steering wheel in here from GT Performance. We're about to put a carburetor from Edelbrock on it. We got all kinds of Edelbrock goodies on the top of it. But so from the 56 Fairlane to our Harleys and just little mini bikes and bicycles, we like to anything that's basically got wheels. We want to screw around with.
And Billy, what have you been up to as far as some of these projects? You got some pretty interesting bikes out here. Just go to the swap meet and just start piecing stuff together. Craigslist.
With some of it. Craigslist, the motorcycle swap meet in Long Beach, and
amen for that.
just whatever. Yeah, that's a good swap meet.
You guys, you mentioned too about you were going to do a budget build.
Motorcycle? Yeah, we're working on that, securing a couple more sponsors for that. Because what we want to do is build a Sportster or maybe a shovel head bobber kind of thing, just a real budget bike built out of swap meet parts. And so that's kind of been our idea for a while, and unveil it at the 2014 Born Free show, or maybe the Chopper Fest up in Ventura, something like that. And then after it's all built, and we've only done one other bike build before, and that's for the little Harley Rapido. But so it's going to be something where we're just kind of fumbling through it ourselves, building a bike from scratch. And then when it's all done, then we plan to sell it and bring that into Panzer made his way in, and then we're going to bring that, sell it to go to a charity. Proceeds to go to a charity. All right.
How you doing, buddy?
Did you pause it? Or?
No, that's cool.
Panzer can make his way through the garage almost any time without notice.
So, do everything out of the garage here, or do you have an office or warehouse shop?
No, everything's out of this garage right here we're sitting in.
Perfect.
So the only thing we don't do right now is welding. We're learning how to do it from friends. So I might go to Cycle Pass Cycle in Garden Grove here. My buddy Carl, he helps us weld things up now and then. Or my buddy from the car club, Jack, he helps us weld up things now and then too. And while they're helping us, they're showing us how to do it. So eventually we'll get a welder and do it ourselves.
It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Billy, show him your crutch there. A lot of you guys know Billy's story, or some might, when he broke his back when he was 18, and doctor said he'd never walk or ride again. He said, hey, forget that. I'm going to still do that. And that's Davis, what you're holding there is a crutch jack welded up out of stainless steel chain. And so it's all chain material welded together. And it's just,
wow.
Yeah, Jack used to weld for the aerospace industry before he retired. But it's pretty fun thing. So, even we'll customize anything you get our hands on,
Oh, I hear you.
Pretty cool, man. That's got you written all over it, man. That's pretty
Everybody's
cool.
like, it's too heavy. I'm like, no, it's not. It's perfect.
So, are you learning MIG or TIG?
TIG.
Oh.
Well, actually, a little bit of both, because Jack's got this big old Hobart welder, and so it can do almost anything.
Like pushing the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried that once. It's tough getting that arc going.
Oh, he hasn't let us take hold of his welder yet, so we get to watch real closely. But yeah, getting that finesse, I'm sure would be something.
Yeah. I tried it once. I was trying to get the arc. My boss even took my hand and moved it to get. And it's like, this is taking too long.
Right.
I'll practice on my own time rather than, work time.
It'd be neat to practice on work time,
Work
because
time
then you
you're
get
getting
paid.
paid,
You get paid to make mistakes.
Well, I almost. So we were building a metal gate and fence around a property, and I was going to do most of the welding on that MIG, and I was like, "That's perfect." I can start getting some practice in. Well, code for that is 3 feet high.
Oh, okay.
And we built ours 4 feet, and he was also getting an addition put on, and so we were in the middle of building it and final inspection coming up in like a week.
Okay.
So he took over. It was like we had like 4 days to finish this, paint it, and pretend like it's always been there,
right?
So that the inspector wouldn't come by and say, "Hey, what's with this?"
Yeah.
So almost got it. I did.
Yeah.
I mean, I did some tacks here and there, but
Yeah.
it was more like we got to get this done. So I was doing the cutting and layout, and he was just
Right.
going away. But I mean, he was an engineer, in the Merchant Marines, and so I mean, he's got years and years of practice.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just
like,
bang as soon as he is done.
yeah, spray it once he's done. Yeah.
Nothing.
It's like pinstriping. I can draw pretty well, draw letters up. I do logos and whatnot. And so I thought, pinstriping, I should be able to do that. Well, take a look at my truck. It takes a lot of practice. So,
And it's a steady hand.
Yeah.
Really quick.
You sure do. So I always thought, look at the way they cheated the pinstriping by doing those like kind of flicks to make the flames. The whole line was flicked. I'm like, well, yeah, you got to do that until you really know how to do it nice and smooth.
We've seen a couple people do them at car shows and stuff. And, just the way they hold their hands, and
Making it symmetrical on a curve. It's and then lifting and pushing on the brush to get the thick and the thin just right. It's like
And then have to do it the same way on the other side.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of patience in that. But I did ask a guy when they had one of those pinstriping, seminars at Pomona for one of their shows. It was like,
Right.
so how did you get into this? I mean, do you just? He said, I just gave it a try, and I do this every day.
Yeah.
Just to get practice and to keep it on, just keep working it. And it's like, it's like, well, I get it, it's like, but I can imagine their house being full of stuff that's just been marked up, everything,
Toilet seats,
Our dishwasher.
toilet seats, the phone, all that.
pepper shake.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything
Well,
in
I
the
guess it's like
kitchen.
anything else. You've got to master it each day. Or at least touch it each day and get on it. So that you could be good at it. If it's welding, if it's pinstriping, if it's turning a wrench.
Right. Yeah. So tell us a little bit. You mentioned something about the car club. What car club is that?
Oh, Merciful's Car Club out of Southern California, out of Long Beach area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I started up in '68. A bunch of guys at Millikan High School. I got together, and then about 5 years later, it disbanded. And a lot of times they'd go out to the desert and just hang out and stuff back then. And then, let's see, it's been about 2.5 years now. The club reformed. Some of the original members reformed. And I joined about a half a year after they reformed, and I reformed, yeah. So now they're all reformed. No, so I joined about 2 years ago, and so we go to a lot of events and do a toy drive each year, and
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for the Spark of Love campaign out of Long Beach and Channel 7 News.
So you were probably over at the Sultan's show, what, last weekend?
Yeah,
it's like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. I didn't make that show. I don't take my car to a bunch of shows because I go to a lot of shows to cover for the magazine. So if I stay all day at one show with my car, I can't make, especially this time of year, there's multiple shows going on.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll just ride up to a show and then
Jump on the
walk it
scooters,
for a
yeah,
while.
and just go.
Yeah, and then go to another show. I remember one time, God, I went to 4 shows in one day. I was like, that's a lot last year.
That's a lot of legwork.
Yeah,
man.
a lot of legwork. And then, was it last year too? There was the Winfield and Watson show going on out in Mojave. The same time the Temecula Rod Run was going on. So I'm like thinking, okay, can I do this? Can
Man.
Can I go out to Mojave?
Wow.
So the plan was to get up. Okay, I'd say
Yeah.
the plan with quotes, right? Get up early, head out to Mojave, check the beginning of the Winfield Watson show, and then ride. And this is on the bikes. We were on our Harleys, and to ride all the way out to Temecula to catch the end of that show. But we had such a good time at the Winfield Watson show. It's like time flew by. It's like, wait a minute. If we get there, all the cars will just be leaving. Is it worth the hour-and-a-half ride? You know, and it was already hot and everything, so we didn't make that second show. But
The Winfield Watson show, was that, how many cars were at that event? I heard that sort of, is that growing every year?
It's growing. That was the first year I went last year, and there was, I'd have to say, 200 cars there, you know, and that's out in the middle of nowhere, really,
Right.
you know, and at Winfield's shop, just a big dirt lot, and then there was about another couple hundred just junk cars that he uses as parts cars and stuff out there, all for sale. Like it's like a big junkyard you can buy projects from. And
right.
all that. So it was a pretty interesting event. Yeah.
So what else is the Merciful's got coming up? I mean,
Let's see. Every Sunday we do in Lakewood. We do every Sunday morning.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned something about that.
We do a hot cakes and hot rods. So basically, it's just kind of like a donut derelicts in a little bit smaller scale right now. People come over between 8 and 11 and just hang out, have some coffee, or if they want a full breakfast, I got that there. And this is at Glory Days, just north of Carson on Woodruff, right there at the Lakewood Long Beach border.
right.
Right. Well, it's Carson.
Yeah.
One side's Lakewood, one side's.
Oh, okay.
Long
Yeah,
Beach,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's on the Lakewood side of Carson, right there on Woodruff.
Yeah,
But then
opposite
also-
the park.
Yeah, right across from the park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Lakewood.
Oh, okay.
Over in that area. Born at Lakewood General Hospital, which isn't there anymore.
Wow.
But
I've never
So-
heard of that name. Yeah.
You were born and then they shut it down.
What did you do?
We're not going to be responsible for another one of these.
Oh man.
Sorry.
That's all right,
I
man.
barely know you.
so your magazine is basically online,
Yes.
but you've also got print issues.
Yes.
Where do you see the future of print issues? I mean,
Print in general.
print in general. I mean, are people buying print magazines, or are they relying on free content on the internet?
That's a really good question, because I think that where print is going to for magazines, for publications, is niche, and that's kind of where I keep my focus too. The big magazines that are out there from Source Interlink and whatnot, they're important because so many people see them, but I'm not so convinced on the quality of content these days, because it's a lot of, in order to do that, it takes a lot of work and a lot of resources. I think people know that's there, and they can get a lot of that information online too. But they're looking at things that are niche, that I want to hold in my hand. With iPads and so forth, you can flip through. That's neat, but I do believe people still are looking for something to hold in their hands. And what I
guys are always looking for something to hold in their hands.
Thanks, Billy. For mine, our publication, we want to make sure the content isn't too time sensitive, because I want them to keep it too and look at it 6 months later and still see some relevant content.
Right.
So there won't be a lot of you won't see a lot of event coverage in there about specifics, like especially who won what awards or whatnot. In fact, I rarely ever cover that. It's more of the personalities of the industry and whatnot's going on. So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a catalog guy. Or magazines. I like to look at the magazines because I'm not good with the computer, and if you're on the toilet, guys always want to look at
right.
Who brings what are those things called? I don't even know what they're called. Yeah, those. You always have your magazines, and it's just that's easier for me. But I'm not a computer guy, so.
Yeah.
Then what, you got something?
No, that was just you had something to say.
Well, and I also look at other things in magazines to offer as well, like calendars or posters or something else too, than just that, to support the material they see online.
And then where are you getting all your content from? Is it solely you, or do you have contributors?
Yes, both.
Both.
Of course, it started out solely me, and now Billy's involved quite a bit with it, and his story became a big hit because people would see Billy at a show rolling around in his chair, and some knew a little bit about his story, what happened to him when he was 18 and broke his back. So now we're doing more stuff like in the garage and stuff, showing people that, hey, just because you might have a challenge, you can still do what you love to do. And we'll get into that in a little bit, but as far as contributors, I'm really kind of blessed and surprised that people from other parts of the world, probably through Facebook, I'd have to say, or even online, they found us. And so I got several articles sent to us from Tommy Sperandeo out of Italy, Peter Strom out of Sweden, some really bitchin' choppers he's built out there. And I said that word.
No, that's all right.
Oh, that word's okay?
That one's okay.
That one's okay.
Billy gave me that look like, God damn it. But there's content coming from all around now, too.
And then did you want to get back to the story?
Oh, yeah.
Because honestly, I personally just looked at your website for the first time last night.
Oh, okay.
Really? And you're telling us this here?
Well,
With all our tools around? No, I know.
I looked at it for a bit, but I mean,
sure.
Haven't been able to dive all the way back.
All right. When I put the first magazine together, which was a year ago, the printed magazine, I thought, well, I'm going to include an article about Billy's story. And it's taken from my perspective as his father, that when he was 18, 20 years ago, he got in a truck accident and broke his back, had an L1 spinal cord injury, where I left him paralyzed from the waist down. And the doctors told him, you'll never walk or ride again. And Billy's been a biker since he was a kid, And so he said, screw you, in probably better words, I'm sure. With his attitude being what it was, I'm going to make this work for me. And sure, he struggles sometimes, but he was fortunate to have the top muscle on your thigh. So he can shift his bike. Now he's got a 04 Harley Road King with a sidecar. Oh, what was your bike before that?
82 FL8 Shovelhead.
Yeah, with a sidecar on it, too. So he said, hey, I'm going to ride my bike, and got a sidecar for it, and rides. And then as we're building projects and stuff, I thought, I'm going to keep introducing Billy into these articles, because it's, compelling story. And here's a guy out here doing it. And then we built these mini bikes, and he got on one of those, and you should have seen the grin. In fact, in one of the articles, you could see his grin, because it was the first time he's on two wheels in 20 years.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, yeah, that was fun. He says. So we just been terrorizing the neighborhood since. You can tell it's a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah, I noticed that.
This is pretty quiet.
Yeah.
They must love you around here.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loves us.
Yeah, sure they do. It's interesting because when we first moved here, then we saw a neighbor down the street had to get a Harley so he could go riding with us and stuff too. And then we get these mini bikes, and another neighbor had to get those. So I think we kind of influenced the neighborhood to be a little more hot
yeah, Carlos just said a little while ago he's going to get his out later.
Oh, okay.
When he was
good, isn't it, Mike? Yeah, you might hear that. So I
guess it's no fun to ride alone, right?
No.
Yeah,
no,
but we want the neighbors to have fun too. They all sit in their house and they're bored. So we brought fun to the community.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going crazy all the time at all hours at night, So we ride the mini bikes, which just have a handlebar as a muffler or as an exhaust pipe. We took all the mufflers and everything off, so they're kind of loud. But we'll go around a couple times around the block or so just to get all the cobwebs out of our heads. And so we don't go nuts all the time and get complaints and all that. Knock on wood, we don't.
You got good neighbors.
Yeah.
That's good to have.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was looking on your site, why don't you tell us about the Future Liners?
Oh, the Future Liner project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that briefly, and it's like ran out of time to dive into it.
All right. Yeah, that's another contributor, Sherry Candland, who works with Kindig Design out of Salt Lake City, Utah. She contacted me about a project they're just now taking on, or they started taking on a couple months ago. It's a GM Future Liner, actually the Future Liner number 3, that they're restoring for a customer. And so she said, I'm writing an article for the local newspaper here. Every month I'll be contributing an article. Do you want a copy of that too? And I said, yeah, heck yeah. I want that. These things are wild. So she sends us articles and photos each month as they progress on this huge project. I mean, a Future Liner, GM back in the 30s did this thing called the Carousel or Parade of Progress. Right. And it was a series of a dozen or so kind of like buses that were retrofitted to be this vehicle that carried progress displays or futuristic displays of what's going on in the world, or United States mainly. And so they roll into a town, and people would see what's coming up, what's the latest and greatest of any kind of technology or manufacturing or whatnot. And so they have this number 3, which I couldn't believe the photos. You probably saw that rusted, dilapidated, looked like an old bus kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't look healthy yet.
Right. No. It just got it. It must have been just sitting somewhere. And what's weird about those, they have this cockpit at the top and the front for just the single driver to be riding around in. And those things are so... They needed some future done to it because it would get like a oven in there. It's just like almost all glass and just sit there. And so they're working on trying to find, they can't find parts, so they have to manufacture a lot of parts to restore these things. And it's just going to be a fun series of articles, I think, to follow along, see how this works.
Do they have one of those at the Peterson Museum?
I haven't seen one there.
I'm thinking,
they might now. I haven't been there for a year.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine they would.
Huh.
Yeah. They're pretty... I only heard about it... The first time I even actually heard about those was maybe 6 or 7 years ago when I was working at Classic Industries. They were talking about these Future Liners. I'm like, the who, what? I'm not a huge GM fan, so I didn't know much about what GM did. Huh.
We're not GM fans either.
Yeah. Oh, you should go work at Classic Industries then, because you'll see more Camaros you ever want to.
We saw plenty of those last weekend.
Yeah.
Not a lot of Fords out at the NMCA, but...
I know, I guess I'll have to get this baby out there.
Yeah.
Did you guys make it to the Fabulous Ford show this year?
Yes, we did go, and
that's one of the shows that we kind of do like every other year.
Okay.
It's sort of like Belmont Shore. It's like because you start seeing a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
But if you go like every other year or so, it keeps it a little fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. We stood outside when they pulled in and did their load in, and 3 hours we were standing on the sidewalk. It was like.
Oh yeah, I saw some of the video you guys shot of that. The cars rolling in.
Yeah, we were but 3 hours we were just standing there, and it's like my legs were killing me. We didn't even walk around, but I was like, we just saw the whole car show,
Yeah,
it
and
like,
it's neat because it's rolling.
Absolutely, and there's nobody in front of you.
Right.
You get to see it, hear it. It's like take some pictures.
Yeah.
It's like that's cool.
That was something we were planning to do at the SEMA show last year. They have now they have this cruise at the end of the show, and so Billy, I, and our buddy Gary was there at the show for us covering Blacktop Magazine, covering the show. And I said, okay, Gary, you're going to be over here on this corner, and Billy, you be over here, and I'll be up here, and we're going to get these different videos from different angles. And oh, yeah. Well, we got stuck in the tool area at the end of the show because they're like handing you tools almost. And we got there kind of late. It's like all these people were there. It was amazing. So it was like we couldn't get the right camera angles we wanted, but we got some pretty good coverage. But the same thing. It's neat to see the show sitting. But, man, watching them rolling down the road, hearing them, that's always cool. I like that.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about the Good Guys show.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to 2 of them in the past year or so. But they
the cruise trip.
Yeah, they let you drive around.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool.
Yeah. Cruising for a Cure does that too.
That's what I was just going to say. Cruising for the Cure does that too.
Yeah.
You guys go to that?
I haven't been to that.
It's been on our calendar for the past couple years.
That's a really good show.
We're gonna have a big booth set up. We got the Car Club and Blacktop Magazine and Genevieve Chappelle, who's a television host, celebrity friend of mine, and so we're gonna have this whole area set up there at Cruising for a Cure because it's just neat show. It's although you will see PT Cruisers there. Sorry.
Losers? You said losers?
No, yeah.
Losers?
But so there's all makes, all models, all years kind of thing.
Obviously a topic around here, yeah.
You guys didn't roll up in a cruiser, that's good. So anyway, but it's a neat show because, well, first of all, it's all for a cause, prostate cancer. But so we'll be there for that. But it's neat. It's got a cruise route that gets so crowded sometimes it's more of a parking lot, another rolling parking lot.
That's cool though because you can jump in the cruise anytime you want.
Yeah.
And you can jump out,
Right.
Put your car in, drive it, then just sit with your buddies or
right.
whatever.
Rather than sitting in a beach chair behind your car all day getting sunburned.
See, to me that's boring.
Yeah.
In fact, I was telling the guys in the club about that before I joined the club. I said, we go to these cruise nights and car shows, and all these guys are just sitting in their lawn chairs and whatnot behind their cars. It's like, or they're on their rascal scooters going around. It's like we gotta have like a rascal scooter burnout contest or something here. I mean, these are old hot rodders. What are you doing in these things? Let's hot rod them up and let's lay some rubber. If it's gonna be in that, do it something.
Are you one of the youngest members of the car club?
Yeah. There's a couple of other guys that are younger than me, but it's mostly how it is with the custom crowd out there. It's guys that were big in it in the late '60s or early ’60s and all, and that's cool. They're still out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I totally dig and I love all the guys in my club. They're great guys. We all work hard, help each other out, and do that. I just like the idea. I like and I've told them this too. The best part of going to a show with the club is going there and we all rolling back. You're rolling with each other. You got 6 or 7 cars all cruising at the same time down the highway or whatnot. The part in the show. Yeah, it's neat to see the club all together and all, but let's go do another cruise.
Yeah, it's a time commitment. I mean, when you put your car in, it's like
all day.
You're there all
day.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's just kind of like not so much the end destinations that's fun. It's getting somewhere.
Oh yeah.
And what you're gonna do along the way.
I always think that the journey is the destination.
So. And it's always good to get action photos of cars driving. You know, it's something we don't really have, you know, but...
Yeah, so you're not just getting trailer.
Yeah, you're not getting...
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And people driving, and you're not shooting in a parking lot, which I absolutely hate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like grass, trees, cool.
Yeah.
You know, something different. You know.
Hey, also, I just thought about your podcast. We got to do it in a rolling podcast. Get in the car like mine and just go.
We can do that.
And talk. You know?
We've done that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
A little handheld digital recorder.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I would have brought it. We could do it right now.
Yeah. Oh, you can do it another time.
Absolutely. Jesus,
you know
man.
what would be cool too if we did that even at a show, drive around in the show, doing your broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Like at the Good Guys or Cruising for a Cure.
See, all these ideas happen
Yeah.
just that fast.
That's what happens when you're in the garage.
Good things happen in the garage, man.
Right, man.
The wife shouldn't beat us up for being in the garage.
No. We get ideas.
If I could just write them down and remember them the next day, it'd be even better.
Yeah. I guess
man.
ideas are one thing, but then when you have to actually do them, that's another.
But it, you know, like everything we've just said, though, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's all doable.
Yeah.
So
You know.
we can broadcast anywhere.
Neat.
So, your car here, it's got the 390 in it?
Yes.
FE.
With GT heads.
Which head?
GT.
Okay.
Heads, yeah.
Those are the 14 bolt,
I
14,
don't know about
14
that.
or 16, something like that.
Yeah.
What have you done on it? You know, as far as engine wise, you mentioned top end stuff.
Yeah, and about a year after I had the car, I had to replace the cam on it, and so in replacing the cam, I told Jerry over down the street here from Jerry's Performance Engines, said he builds mostly like race engines, Chevy motors usually, and so when I brought this in, he's like, "Oh, okay, this will be interesting." And working on a Ford, and I said, well, I don't want anything super crazy on the cam, I just because I drive this on the street mostly, and so we put just a mild cam in it, a little bit of lift in it, and then replaced the intake manifold with an Edelbrock 390 Performer, the valve covers, the classic finned valve covers and air cleaner, and all that. And then I recored the radiator and added another core to it, so it'd keep that big beast cold. Cool, I should say. It doesn't ever get cold. It's probably running 200 degrees right now, sitting here.
Yeah, I noticed that radiator.
Truck record.
Yeah.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. And I was asking him about, well, should I go with a cross-flow aluminum radiator? And he said, you know what? He goes, no, just put another core on this one. You'll be fine. It's you don't need that. And
right.
A lot of times those cross-flows don't do as well cooling-wise. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I added a power booster to the brake. It's got disc brakes up front. What else? I think that's
What kind of
much it.
ignition system?
Oh, that's a Mallory.
Okay.
Electronic ignition.
Just the box, or do you have the Mallory distributor in
Yeah, Mallory distributor.
the Unilite?
Yeah, Unilite, exactly. Or Unilite or Uniflight.
Unilite sounds
Unilite.
right.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
got
it's
that little
Unilite.
light sensor.
Yeah, little laser
Yeah, that's
beam
right,
on the
Billy.
inside type
Yeah,
of thing.
exactly.
I had one of those in the Galaxy. It ended up dying on me.
Right.
At one point, and had to rip it out.
Then you got the DUI,
Then I went to the DUI.
and you had problems
It
with
was
that.
Davis Unified Ignition, this super thing. But then it kept blowing fuses, and so yanked that out, and then
You put the stock,
I'm running stock right now.
and no problems.
Yeah, exactly, no problems.
So that's good.
But I'm looking for something. I'm looking for an upgrade on it, but
Yeah.
not sure which way to go.
Yeah, I was told recently that if I was going to change out the distributor, well, I can say that, is to get a vacuum advanced one. It'll hold the timing much better, because I've been having some timing issues with this, and I'm like, so I'll have to look into that next. But I don't know.
What kind of gears in the back?
I really don't know. I'm thinking they're 411s the way it runs kind of high when I'm on the highway, and I got a C6 transmission in there. So when I'm going about 65, 70, I feel like I need to shift it into another gear, but there ain't another one to give me. So I'm not exactly sure which gears are in there.
And then future plans, or is it basically done? I mean, it looks really nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it the way it is, but you always want to do something different. I kind of want to make it, right now it's kind of more of a street rod look, and I want to bring it more to a custom look. So maybe some, and bring the blue that's on the top down into the car. So maybe some pinstriping. My buddy Stubby will probably pinstripe that. And then the wheels I want to change out from the American torque thrust to like steel wheels with the blue, painted the same as the blue, and then spider caps and trim rings.
And we are going to add a new carburetor within like 2 weeks. We're getting a Edelbrock 600.
Yep, yeah. So doing that too. Other than that, just little cleanup things here and there. The trunk needs to be upholstered and all that. So.
Yeah, but you use your trunk too, because when we go to car shows, we gotta, it's not a show trunk because we actually,
show trunk.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly
trunk,
what you're talking
but
about.
we have tools in there, and
you
then
don't have the killer
chairs,
sound system in there,
and stuff like that. So when we go places, we actually
use it, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
I don't have AC. I mean, the car was originally equipped with AC, so it's got the AC dash, which is pretty rare. In fact, this one guy keeps telling me he wants to buy my dash. And I'm like, I'm not selling you my dash, Oh, I give you another one. I go, I'm not selling And then, but I don't run AC or heater in the car. And then the radio I barely use because I like listening to the car. I mean, maybe I'm nutty, but I like listening to the car when I'm driving it. But yeah, like you said, the trunk, if I upholstered the trunk, I won't be able to get my Easy Up in there because I'll set up to, show magazines off and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I hear when the Galaxy was my daily driver at one point, and I was playing in bands. I mean, I put a half stack in there, a head, and a couple of guitars, and all my gear fit, in the trunk.
And a family of 6.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a 67 Galaxy. I know that, and it was a convertible. I still had a huge trunk.
Yeah. So
I rented it out.
So they get used, and I mean, and in my opinion, it's like that's how you should be using your car. I mean, taking it to shows, you're actually driving it. I like seeing a little dust, at a car show. It's like you're actually taking this out and drive it like it's meant to.
Right.
The trailer queens are nice, but it's also kind of like.
Yeah. No, I'll thrash this thing around. And we were talking earlier about the autocross. That was one of the most fun I had in this thing, was cruising that thing on the autocross. It was nutty to go out there, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's so long.
Well, yeah, I guess it might look long in here, but it's actually a mid-sized car.
I don't see it as being long. I think your car is long.
A Galaxy?
The 68 Galaxy.
Yeah.
That thing's just a boat. This to me, compared to a 57 Fairlane, is what I would call mid-size.
Yeah, the Fairlanes are a mid-size.
And it fits in your garage.
Yeah, just enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I can walk behind it. I mean, that's just it. I got just enough room. And actually, that's a theory I have of how come garages became storage containers for people. This house was built in 53, 54. And the cars back then all fit in here.
Right.
Then what happened in the late 50s? All the cars got super huge, big fins, everything added to them.
Right,
they couldn't fit them in the garages anymore. So they go, I guess I can put my Christmas boxes in here, and since I can't put my car,
make another room out of it.
Yeah, and then so that's why you see neighborhoods are all just full of boxes and cars don't fit in them. And
well, in our garages, you can only put like a Model A in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because North Long Beach area, that's an older neighborhood even
1928.
Still. Yeah.
Your house is what year?
I'm not. I'm a lot closer to the water.
Okay.
But mine's 1920.
Okay. Yeah.
Barn doors.
Yeah. See, those were cottages. Those were vacation cottages back in the day. Yeah.
Actually, my house was the guest house.
Oh, okay.
To the house next door. So.
It was probably the maid's quarters to the cottage for the people that were coming from Hollywood, LA area in the 20s.
Pasadena.
Pasadena. Yeah.
But I had to alter the framing on the garage doors so that the bumper would clear.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, you asked about future plans for my car. I think I have more future plans for the garage than I do the car. And now it's just convincing my wife to blow the back of the garage out so I can have a shop back there or something, or bring it forward. But then I'd lose driveway space. I can fit 6 cars on the driveway.
I like that driveway, man.
Yeah.
Flat, level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when we found this house, we were looking all around in 2004, and there was this one neighborhood down in South Orange County. I said, "Oh, we're not moving in here. We haven't even seen the house. We're really on the street yet." And Billy, you were with us, and I like,
no.
We can't live here. She's like, "Why?" And we haven't even seen the house. Just go around the corner. Wait till we see the house. I go, "No, I'm not living here."
Where was this at?
That was in Mission Vale when we were looking around. It was because there were speed bumps on the street. I said,
Yeah.
I mean, another house might be perfect, but this driveway was steep, I said, no, can't do that.
You know when a city council person lives in your neighborhood with the speed bumps.
Yeah, what's up with that? Come on.
Yeah. We gotta do some of those hot rodders. We gotta slow people down.
And they always put them in the wrong place because they'll put the speed bumps like at the ends of the street, maybe one in the middle if you're lucky, which is probably the right place to put it. But you're already slowing down to go to the turn anyway. Why do I need a speed bump there? If it's on a corner or if it's on the end of a street, it's like, that's not where you put them. But I think where you put them is in your own backyard because I don't want them in my street,
So, you mentioned the car club.
Mm-hmm.
You're one of the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked this of a lot of people. A lot of the older guys, they're not going to be around 10 years from now.
Right.
And so, where do you see the future of? We called it a hobby, our interest.
Right. Sure.
Where do you see the future of this? Because as like say the Grand National Roadster Show.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are. I mean, sad to say, but I mean, they're not going.
They're not going to life.
They're not going to be around. A lot of the guys, in it now, aren't going to be around in 10 years, or be able to go out to shows.
Right.
So, where do you see the future of this going? Do you see enough young people getting into the old cars, or is it kind of ending with our generation?
Yeah, it's kind of a scary thought, But then again, I look back at when I listen to some of the guys in the club, or even looking back at my time, in the late '70s when I was first getting into cars in high school and all. It's a different world, The younger kids today that are into like maybe they were in the tuner cars in the '90s or whatnot, and all. I hope they get into, move into the classic American genre. Some do. But yeah, it is something that's inevitably going to be dwindling off smaller and smaller. I mean, that's kind of what happened to the drag strips around here in Southern California. There's not enough people are drag racing.
Well,
so then there's not, and then
people don't want them around.
Well, the communities, get all mad.
Too
like
much noise, right?
But I mean, that's just because there's so many people not into it too that they outvoted the people that are into it. So it's going to take a different shape, I think, in 20 years from now. Going to a car show will be different. I mean, it's an editor on another magazine wrote this once a couple of years ago, and it really got me thinking. He says, my kid just turned 16, ready for a car. When I was younger, he's about my age. He said, I got like a 6 or 7 year old car as my first car.
Right.
Back in the 70s, a 6 or 7 year old car was a cool car, because it was a late 60s model American car usually. What's a 6 or 7 year old car now? I get a 2002 Scion or whatnot, 10-year-old car. What's cool about a Celica, or they don't even make Celicas, right? Corolla or whatever, Toyota makes. That's 8 years old. Is that cool? So that's going to be, it is all going to be kind of dying.
Yeah, but a lot of these kids nowadays too, they're getting just straight new cars.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I I see it being different, but I don't see it dying. As far as, I mean, I just happen to like old American cars and bikes, but as long as you're out enjoying your car, I don't care if it's a Scion XB, and you're out enjoying your vehicle, that's what matters, you know. So if they're out there enjoying their show and doing whatever, I think that's what's cool. Not so much has to be an old American car.
Interesting. It's just, well, you know, we've asked this to a lot of people, and it's just, you know, because I don't know where it's going either.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What we do know is that the things that we do like are usually too expensive for us to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting too is that there's so much more that's new reproduction that's coming back, but it's still expensive. I mean, if we really, really wanted to get a 40 Ford coupe body, we could buy one.
Yeah.
But, you know,
And from what I understand, it used to be made in America. Now,
I don't know.
it was Drake that brought was building the 40 Ford bodies here up north.
Okay.
And then Carpenter bought them and sent them overseas.
Now they're overseas.
But, you know.
But still, just to buy that car nowadays too is the prices are
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, we were talking about that earlier. It's just like we said about the '53 Ford pickups. Like somebody thinks it's, oh, you know, I saw this on auction. It's worth $10,000, and you're like, no.
Yeah, that one was because it was a charity car or something on auction. You know, doesn't mean your POS is worth that. You know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, the muscle cars did that a couple of years
Oh, those
back,
are ridiculously overpriced now.
Oh, yeah.
And it brings more attention to it, which is kind of good, but at the same time, it's like, well, it's good if you're selling one, but it's not good if you're an enthusiast and you know it and you used to have one and you want to get another one, and now it's overinflated for a buyer.
Right.
So,
well, I guess another prediction of the future would be as the hot rodders are graying more and more and going away, that their projects and stuff will be easier had because there'll be more of a surplus of vehicles and parts and so forth with less people into it. Those of us who are stragglers on, the younger guys like my boy Billy here, whatnot, they'll be able to get those kind of parts less expensive because there's going to be less people looking for them. Or wait, no, there'll be more parts and less demand. Is that going to
Well, I noticed though a lot of the older cars and stuff, they're passed down from generation to generation.
That's true,
why some of the cars you see so done, it's because their father's father had it, and it's been down so generations. So it's you know worth a lot.
Well, Davis, your Mustang was your grandfather's or
my grandmother's car.
Your grandmother's
yeah, and California car. Grew up with that car. I can't get rid of the car.
No.
It was a daily driver until the past 2 months. So, I don't like driving newer cars.
Yeah.
I like the power steering and the AC. Don't get me wrong with that, but it's sort of like, you miss the character that you grew up with and you drove since you were 16. So.
Yeah. I wish I had some of the cars I've had. You know,
and I don't want to be in that predicament either.
Right.
I'm killing myself for selling that car. You know, my dad told me that. I had a '56 Studebaker hardtop. He's a V8. He was like, it was black. I saw pictures of it, and my mom would go, "Oh yeah." He'd pull up in that car, and he said, "I shouldn't have sold that car." You know, it's like everybody's got that story.
Oh, yeah.
and what are some of yours?
Well, my '67 Galaxy convertible was the car that if I wasn't so stupid when I was 22 and got drunk and hit a pole, I wish I still had. And I wish I had money back then to pull it out of that lot and just change the front end and everything, because it was really just the front of it. I mean, I centered that pole good. And it's like, if it was planned any better. But that car, and then my 68 Chevelle, the engine blew up again when I had no money to get it fixed, and that was a nice little car. Then we had that Knight truck, that F-150 Knight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I passed it down to Billy. He went through a mini mart with it, and then It was. Oh, don't. He's like, don't say that. But I mean, that truck was strong, so we got it fixed and done
That
all
thing
that.
was a tank.
But then when I rear end a stupid little Toyota,
With
the
the-
insurance company says it's totaled. I'm like, but we had 200-something thousand miles on that thing between us, and that was a neat truck. What year again? I keep
91.
91. So.
What, you need a pen?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a neat little truck, truck. But yeah, those kind of vehicles. My Foxy GT moped, that'd be neat to have right now. Hot rod that up.
Well, that, like we were saying, that's what the kids coming up are going to have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because what are they going to hot rod out? I mean,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to afford the old stuff. Mid '80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, what car is it that's in the 80s? One of the cars in the 80s is kind of coming back.
Well, the Mustang, if you had a Mustang GT back then, those were cool. What else from the 80s? That's a good question.
We were talking about it like a month ago or something. I don't remember the car.
I'm sure it wasn't a K car.
A what?
K car. Those Chrysler cars.
Oh,
Aries?
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Fairmont,
That's
actually,
painful.
in the 80s, that's been... You guys saw one out on the dragster, didn't you, last weekend?
We saw that. Yeah. It's like was that in the 80s? I want to say like 70. Yeah, maybe about
Late
79,
70s, yeah.
80. Your typical shoebox
Yeah.
design. Just
Brick.
no, you walk right by it, you wouldn't notice anything about it. Yeah.
No.
But I forget what that guy had in there. Probably a 5.0. I think it was moving. But yeah, Ford Fairmont was. I actually wanted to get one of those when I was younger.
Mm.
I don't know why.
I had
Probably
to take-
because Bob Glidden had one. It just
Oh.
looked killer.
Right.
So
Yeah, if you can do that, that's great with those. But my first car was a Bug, a 70 Bug. And then when I went to pick up my junior prom tux in it, the engine blew on that. I love blowing engines. Like, yes, there's a theme going on here. Hitting poles and blowing engines. But I was known as a pole magnet for a while. But so then I had to use my own.
That could be.
But my stepmom had a Fairmont, so I got to take my date to the prom in that stupid looking Fairmont. Yeah, thank you for letting me use it. But Jesus, criminy.
Yeah. See, with the '80s,
I don't
was
know,
in high
man.
school,
Mm-hmm.
so we were all driving the
Maverick.
6-7-year-old
Oh, okay,
cars.
sure.
So
70s era cars. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a Maverick.
yeah,
Oh,
driving the
Maverick.
'76 Maverick.
Cool. There you go.
But in high school, anything was cool. But,
yeah, that's true.
but '80s cars were not really known for their design.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fell off the wagon on that one. I
Yeah.
can't really,
Well, it all got detuned because of the
Yeah,
gas.
that was- yeah,
That was,
the
yeah.
smog.
But that's the other issue, too, for kids now, too. It's like, you got to tune for smog. The car doesn't have a computer, What do you do? I don't know.
And what is it? Back in like 04, 05 or whatever, when there was a lot of motorcycle shows on TV and car shows on TV, like started with like Monster Garage and then went into overhauling and all that. It built a resurgence again of I think the automotive industry. So right now that's on a lull, and I think it'll come back again. Right now trucks are really big, as far as we know new truck sales are up. But I think that's going to be another area that's going to just grow as far as people fixing up and enjoying.
Well, we noticed that at the SEMA show.
Oh, yeah.
Everything
last year's
was
SEMA
about
show.
big trucks.
Oh, yeah. Which 2 years earlier, that market was completely dead. I mean, completely dead. And they were all... that market got hit hard with the recession in 08.
Right, that's...
But now it's gained quite a bit traction.
you mentioned SEMA. You guys went last year?
Yeah, we go every year.
Oh, you go every year?
Yeah.
Do you have a booth there, or
No.
you just go mobile?
We go mobile. I cover the show.
Uh-huh.
So we do daily updates at the show.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end of the show, we compile everything, to best of. And so this last year, we did like parts and products we thought were really hot, do that. On the last day of SEMA, we usually have a pinup model with us. We take her around the booths and shoot pictures of her at the booths of people we know and like and all over there. So it's been a lot of fun.
That'll keep you busy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
man.
you're there the whole week and you still don't see everything. It's a crazy show.
I complain about my feet hurting, and Billy says, "Well, hey, my back hurts." I can't complain. I remember that. But we're there from. It starts on Tuesday. We're usually there Monday, and checking out the finishing of everybody putting it all together, and then we're there all the way through the end. The cruise on Friday, and as beat as you are, there's still things I miss, and I want to see or go to. It's like you're there for all week, and just if it was longer, I don't know if my body could handle it, because it's a lot of walking and a lot of
because then even after the show, then all the events after that show, the dinners and
that's true.
the
little
parties and
receptions.
stuff like that.
That's right. Reception parties.
It's like nonstop.
Get-togethers.
The whole week. Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys haven't been, or
well,
you're going this year?
we're going this year. Yeah.
Okay.
So
This will be our first time.
Okay. All right.
and,
We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, but with
You
You
know,
guys could do podcasts straight from there. That'd be awesome.
we can do that.
yeah, we can do that. Then part of it's always been like, it's a week long, and we're working.
Yes.
So
Or some of us weren't working.
well, I wasn't working.
Yeah,
but when
but
you're
still,
not
then
working,
you don't have the money to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to spend money to make money.
Yeah. Oh, we go on the cheap. I mean, it's like we bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with us, and we do it right. 'Cause we like to.
Yeah, well, you don't have to stay in them fancy hotels and
No.
spend all that, because you're not even in the room that long. You
That's
sleep for
true,
like a
huh?
couple hours and then you shower, bang. So you need to stay at a
Yeah.
top end.
You're preaching
you
to
know?
the choir. here.
Oh man, yeah.
We bring sack lunches to
All
car
right. I have a
shows.
feeling we got a couple guys going to be going with us this year.
Yeah, I'll just say this. We went to a mutual friend of ours. He said, "Man, we got to go check out this car show in Paso Robles back when they had the custom show up there on the main drag."
West Coast Customs. Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, when is it?" He was like, "It's this weekend." I'm like, "Oh," started calling around looking for a place.
Oh,
Every place was booked
oh, yeah.
up. And I just said, screw it, I got to get creative, man. Reserved a parking spot in an RV campsite,
Oh, okay.
$14 a night.
Okay.
And I go,
And you're-
does it have a shower and a restroom? Oh, yeah. Do you need a hookup? I go, no. And he's like, well, then I got to charge you the full price, even if you don't have the hookup. I'm like,
$14.
I don't care, man. It's like, so I went and rented a Ford Explorer, and
Okay.
I think I took out the back seats, brought a couple sleeping bags,
Uh-huh.
walked the show, and it's like everybody
Right.
said, "Where are you staying?" At the RV park at the end of town. Man. It was like, and then we went
Oh, I
to a
didn't even think
junkyard
about that.
during that time too, and the manager came out, and that's when I had the tailgate for the Ranchero, and he came out and he looked at it, and he's, "You gonna take that home with you?" We've had people come and leave stuff here. I'm like, no, man, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first time we went to SEMA, what was that, like 92 or 02? One of those twos. We didn't know what to expect. But we drove up there thinking, okay, we'll do a day of it. And we got there in the afternoon, walked the show, realized, oh man, this place is huge.
Yeah.
And then
we're not even out of one hall yet.
Yeah, that was just because we got there like at noon and it started, at 8 o'clock. Like it usually does at 8 or 9, and then so we walked the show. It ends at 5. Like, oh shit, we didn't get much, and we're gonna go home the next day. So then we went back. And then we went back, and the next morning, instead of just leaving straight to go home, we walked the show some
again.
more. But we go, okay, next time let's
Plan
go for the
ahead.
week, kind of thing, or at least 2 nights, kind of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, so now we just go for the whole week. It's just because then just the people you meet and the stuff you see is just it's great. It's a great show,
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Yeah.
especially your first time being
Oh.
there. You'll be like, and you get whiplash. You're like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know where to look because you don't want to miss nothing. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Make a plan. you can go online and see the whole floor plan and see all the booths and stuff.
Right.
So we make a
idea.
plan now exactly who we need to see, because I need to see people just to see what they got coming up, and people who support us, I like to give them a little love, too. And so I usually bring, like, the model will go to those booths there and do that. And but we met some great people last year.
Yeah.
The owner of Evapo Rust, he was a really cool guy. So that was neat to stop by his booth. He was really, really neat people there, and hundreds of others.
Well, cool. Why don't you start throwing out some plugs? Where can people get a hold of you, see your stuff, if they want to buy something? Where's all that located?
Pretty much everything is located at blacktopmagazine.com. So there's links to our YouTube channel, which is /Blacktop Magazine, our Facebook page, Blacktop Magazine, /Blacktop Magazine, and we do. If anything, I'd like people to sign up for our email news list, because every month I send an email newsletter out, and so there's a little red box on the right column of our website to sign up. And I don't bombard you with a bunch of spam. Every month I'll send a newsletter out that just says previews of what we did that month and links to go to those pages on the website. It seems to be a real big hit for people. I get a lot of traffic, a lot of click-through rates and so forth, so I know people are liking it. So I want to see more people join on that. But the magazines are a print-on-demand issue, so you make an order and it gets printed and mailed to you. Usually, like in California here, we get them within a week. So there's those things.
But we also have them when we go to shows. We have them with us at the shows and stuff. So.
Yeah. Usually, always, every month, there's a open garage at 401k Hot Rod Shop in Anaheim. We're there for that. The Cruising for a Cure show coming up in September. We're always at that. You'll be able to pick them up there. The Hot Cakes and Hot Rods at Glory Days there on Woodruff, just north of Carson, every Sunday morning. Always there. So that kind of thing.
Cool.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
You're a busy guy, man.
Yeah, I like being busy. I'm like a shark. Got to keep moving,
I've heard that term before.
Yeah.
Keep moving and you keep bumping into people.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going to happen next.
Oh, no, you
So,
don't.
but we'll definitely hit you up for doing a cruise in the Fairlane, man. So,
Oh, yeah. Let's go burn
Definitely.
some rubber.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for talking with us.
Thanks for having us out, man.
Thank you.
And until next time, my name's William.
This is Davis.
Don't skip on the primer.
That's right. I'm Tony, and that's Billy.
There you go.
Billy.
Yeah.
All right.